Have you ever wondered about lost cities like Atlantis, Petra, or Machu Picchu? From ancient engineering marvels to mysterious disappearances, these cities hold secrets that continue to fascinate scientists and explorers alike. Join us as we uncover 100 incredible facts about the world's most legendary lost civilizations. Chapter 1. Atlantis is said to have sunk over 11,000 years ago, a story first told by Plato. Some scientists link it to massive earthquakes and tsunamis that reshaped coastlines. Imagine a civilization so advanced it could have influenced ancient societies around the Mediterranean. Maps drawn thousands of years later might hint at its location. The mystery sparks endless curiosity, making Atlantis both a legend and a puzzle science still debates today. Chapter 2. The city of Petra in Jordan was carved directly into red sandstone cliffs. Known as the Rose City, it thrived as a trading hub over 2,000 years ago. Water channels, aqueducts, and clever architecture show advanced engineering. Scientists study its erosion patterns to understand ancient construction techniques. Petra's hidden tombs and temples reveal a story of wealth, culture, and survival in a desert environment, capturing imaginations worldwide. Chapter 3. Machu Picchu, high in Peru's Andes, is often called the lost city of the Incas. Built in the 15th century, its terraces prevented landslides and conserved water efficiently. Archaeologists use satellite imaging to map hidden structures still buried in the jungle. The city's exact purpose remains debated. Was it a royal retreat, a religious site, or both? Its precision stonework shows that ancient engineers mastered earthquake-resistant construction long before modern science. Chapter 4. Angkor Wat in Cambodia is not just a temple but an entire city complex. Constructed in the 12th century, its intricate canals and reservoirs were essential for rice farming and urban planning. Water management systems reveal sophisticated knowledge of hydraulics. Archaeologists found hidden libraries and carvings depicting daily life, religion, and astronomy. The scale and alignment with celestial events hint that ancient civilizations combined spirituality with science in astonishing ways. Chapter 5. The legend of El Dorado grew from tales of a golden city hidden in South America's jungles. Explorers believed it was filled with treasure, sparking dangerous expeditions. Anthropologists now suggest it referred to rituals involving gold dust and rivers. Scientific studies of the region reveal complex pre-Columbian societies thriving without modern tools. The myth blends truth with exaggeration, showing how stories of lost cities can evolve from real cultural practices. In Chapter 6. The ruins of Babylon in modern Iraq tell of a city that once stretched along the Euphrates. Famous for the Hanging Gardens, one of the Seven Wonders, engineers used layered bricks and irrigation to support massive structures. Ancient texts describe advanced astronomy and mathematics practiced there. Archaeologists compare cuneiform tablets to modern data analysis, uncovering details about governance, economy, and daily life. Babylon shows lost cities were both architectural and intellectual marvels. Chapter 7. Pompeii was buried under volcanic ash in 79 AD after Mount Vesuvius erupted. The sudden disaster preserved buildings, frescoes, and even human forms. Scientists study ash layers to understand eruption timelines and volcanic behavior. Excavations reveal a city thriving with culture, commerce, and technology. Walking through Pompeii today is like stepping into frozen time, offering clues about Roman urban life and disaster preparedness, blending history with natural science in dramatic ways. Chapter 8. Troy, famous for the Trojan War, was a fortified city in modern-day Turkey. Excavations show multiple layers of settlement spanning thousands of years. Archaeologists use stratigraphy to uncover destruction events and rebuild timelines. The city's walls were advanced for their era, reflecting strategic engineering. Literary records merge with scientific evidence to reveal Troy as more than myth. The combination of history, legend, and geology keeps its story alive centuries later. Chapter 9. Great Zimbabwe in southern Africa thrived between the 11th and 15th centuries. Its stone walls were built without mortar, standing hundreds of years. Archaeologists study trade artifacts from China, Persia, and India, proving it was part of a global network. The city's architecture hints at social organization, astronomy, and resource management. Science and history intersect as researchers decode the patterns, uncovering a civilization that left a mark far beyond its stone walls. Chapter 10. The city of Mohenjo-Daro in the Indus Valley was advanced around 2500 BCE. Its grid layout and drainage system reveal remarkable urban planning. Houses had private bathrooms and sophisticated sewage, centuries ahead of many other civilizations. Archaeologists study its clay tablets and seals for insights into trade, governance, and culture. Despite lacking written records we can fully read, scientific analysis of its ruins gives us a glimpse into one of the world's earliest organized cities. Chapter 11. The city of Knossos on Crete is linked to the legend of the Minotaur. Excavations reveal elaborate palaces with advanced plumbing and frescoes depicting daily life. Archaeologists study storage rooms and workshops to understand Minoan trade and economy. Its labyrinthine design may have inspired myths. Ancient engineers combined artistic expression with practical design, showing early civilizations balanced culture, engineering, and innovation. Chapter 12. Pompeii's neighbor, Herculaneum, was also buried by Vesuvius. Unlike Pompeii, its buildings and wooden structures survived under layers of volcanic material. Archaeologists use carbon dating and chemical analysis to study organic remains, giving insight into diet and health. This city preserves not just structures but lifestyles frozen in time. Science helps decode the tragedy, turning volcanic disaster into a detailed historical record. Chapter 13. The city of Cahokia, near modern-day St. Louis, USA, was North America's largest pre-Columbian settlement. Massive earthen mounds served religious and political purposes. Soil analysis and pollen studies reveal advanced farming and environmental management. Archaeologists reconstruct daily life from artifacts, showing a society thriving without metal tools. Cahokia's planning and scale challenge assumptions about ancient American civilizations, blending anthropology with ecological science. Chapter 14. Tikal, deep in Guatemala, was a major Maya city. Its towering pyramids aligned with celestial events, showing astronomical knowledge. Excavations uncover reservoirs, plazas, and temples that illustrate social hierarchy and religion. Scientists study tree rings and soil layers to track climate changes affecting agriculture. Tikal demonstrates how ancient cities integrated science, spirituality, and urban design, leaving a legacy still visible in the jungle today. Chapter 15. The Lost City of Ubar, often called the Atlantis of the Sands, vanished in the Arabian desert. Satellite imagery and archaeology confirm ancient trade routes linked to frankincense. Scientists study erosion patterns and historical climate shifts to understand its collapse. Ubar's story blends legend with reality, showing how environmental change can erase civilizations. Advanced technology helps uncover traces of a city once thought purely mythical. Chapter 16. The Inca city of Choqquequirau in Peru is sometimes called the sister city of Machu Picchu. Its terraces, temples, and plazas show remarkable engineering adapted to steep mountains. Archaeologists use drone surveys to map hidden areas still covered by jungle. Studies of stonework reveal seismic-resistant construction. Choqquequirau proves that knowledge of terrain, architecture, and sustainability was advanced long before modern science. Chapter 17. The city of Caral in Peru dates back over 5,000 years, making it one of the oldest urban centers in the Americas. Its pyramids, plazas, and irrigation systems reveal sophisticated planning. Scientists analyze carbon samples to date its construction and understand agricultural practices. Carroll's development challenges assumptions about ancient societal complexity, showing that urbanization and culture emerged independently in multiple regions worldwide. Chapter 18. Nineveh, the capital of Assyria, was an ancient marvel in modern Iraq. Its libraries contained thousands of clay tablets, documenting law, medicine, and astronomy. Archaeologists use these texts to study early science and mathematics. City walls and canals reveal advanced engineering, while inscriptions hint at cultural and religious life. Nineveh shows that lost cities were intellectual as well as physical achievements, blending knowledge and architecture. Chapter 19. The city of Uxmal in Mexico features unique Puc-style architecture. Its pyramids and palaces were carefully aligned with celestial events, showing astronomical observation. Scientists study the stone construction techniques and water systems to understand urban sustainability. Uxmal's intricate carvings tell stories of rulers, rituals, and myths. It demonstrates how lost cities combined science, art, and culture into functional and symbolic urban landscapes. Chapter 20. Hattusa, capital of the Hittite Empire in Turkey, was fortified with massive stone walls and gates. Archaeologists uncovered royal archives with legal codes and diplomatic letters, offering insight into governance. Studies of ancient metallurgy and pottery show technological skill. Hattusa's urban planning and defensive structures reflect a civilization capable of both cultural expression and strategic thinking. Its ruins remind us that knowledge can survive millennia in stone and script. Chapter 21. The city of Persepolis in Iran was a ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire. Its terraces, palaces, and reliefs show artistic mastery and architectural precision. Archaeologists study inscriptions and stairways to understand governance and ceremonies. Advanced stone cutting and drainage systems reflect practical engineering. Persepolis demonstrates how ancient cities combined grandeur, administration, and technology, leaving a legacy of culture and science intertwined. Chapter 22. Teotihuacan, near Mexico City, was one of the largest cities in the ancient world. Its pyramid of the sun aligns with solar events, revealing astronomical knowledge. Urban planners designed wide avenues and residential compounds for tens of thousands. Archaeologists study obsidian tools and murals to uncover trade and social structure. The city's layout and construction reflect a blend of science, ritual, and urban planning rarely seen in early civilizations. Chapter 23. The ruins of Ephesus in modern Turkey showcase advanced Roman urban design. Streets had drainage, public baths, and libraries, reflecting social and engineering sophistication. Archaeologists use marble inscriptions and coins to reconstruct daily life and economy. The city's theater could hold thousands, showing knowledge of acoustics. Ephesus proves that even in ancient times, cities could balance culture, science, and practical design efficiently. Chapter 24. The city of Angkor Thom, near Angkor Wat, was a massive Khmer capital. Moats and walls regulated water and transportation. Scientists study sediment layers to understand flood control and urban sustainability. The Bayon Temple's carved faces combine art and religious symbolism, showing culture and observation skills. Angkor Thom demonstrates that lost cities were not only grand, but engineered with scientific understanding to thrive in challenging environments. Chapter 25. The Minoan city of Phaistos on Crete was famous for its palace and advanced storage facilities. Clay tablets with mysterious scripts hint at early writing systems. Archaeologists analyze pottery and architecture to understand trade and societal organization. Sophisticated drainage and construction techniques reflect engineering skills. Phaistos proves that even smaller cities in the ancient world combined innovation, culture, and practical knowledge in ways still studied by modern scientists. Chapter 26. The city of Babylon had one of the first known libraries, with clay tablets documenting astronomy, law, and medicine. Ziggurats, massive temple towers, were engineered to withstand floods. Archaeologists study soil and construction layers to understand its resilience. Babylon's urban planning included canals and defensive walls. The city is an example of how knowledge, architecture, and scientific observation created a thriving civilization that influenced others for centuries. Chapter 27. Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire, was built on a lake in modern Mexico City. Its canals and causeways allowed transport and controlled water flow. Scientists analyze soil and water systems to understand sustainability in a challenging environment. Temples, markets, and plazas reveal social organization and ritual life. Tenochtitlan demonstrates that engineering, culture, and urban planning were deeply intertwined, enabling a city of hundreds of thousands to flourish. Chapter 28. The city of Leptis Magna in Libya was a Roman marvel on the Mediterranean coast. Its harbor, Forum and basilicas were carefully planned. Archaeologists study mosaics and inscriptions to reconstruct trade, politics, and daily life. Concrete and stone techniques reveal advanced construction knowledge. Leptis Magna exemplifies how coastal cities combined architecture, commerce, and engineering to create thriving centers that left enduring historical footprints. Chapter 29. The Indus city of Harappa featured grid streets, granaries, and sophisticated drainage systems. Archaeologists study artifacts like seals and pottery to understand trade networks and daily life. Water management shows awareness of sanitation and urban sustainability. Harappa's planning reflects not only architectural skill, but social organization and early technology. It proves that lost cities were centers of knowledge and practical science, centuries ahead of their time. Chapter 30. The city of Angkor, beyond temples, included a network of reservoirs called barrages. These massive water systems regulated irrigation and prevented flooding. Archaeologists analyze sediment and hydrology to understand agricultural productivity. The Khmer engineers balanced natural forces with urban design, showing an early understanding of ecological engineering. Angkor's scale demonstrates how lost cities combined scientific insight, planning, and culture to sustain large populations. Chapter 31. The city of Çatalhöyük in Turkey existed over 9,000 years ago. Its mud-brick houses were tightly packed with shared walls. Archaeologists study wall paintings and artifacts to understand social life, spirituality, and diet. Evidence of early farming techniques shows knowledge of agriculture. Çatalhöyük demonstrates how even the earliest cities integrated community, survival, and culture, offering insight into human innovation long before written history. Chapter 32. Mohenjo-Daro's Great Bath indicates advanced water engineering and ritual use. Scientists study its waterproof bricks and drainage to understand early sanitation. This city demonstrates that ancient civilizations prioritized both hygiene and communal rituals. Archaeologists also uncover granaries and workshops, showing complex urban planning. Mohenjo-Daro reveals how engineering, culture, and social organization merged to create a thriving society in the Indus Valley. Chapter 33. The city of Sanchi in India is famous for its Buddhist stupas. Archaeologists study inscriptions and sculptures to understand religion, trade, and art. Stone carvings reveal engineering knowledge in dome construction and drainage. Sanchi's layout shows intentional planning for rituals and community spaces. The city demonstrates how ancient civilizations combined spirituality, architecture, and practical science to create spaces that educated and inspired for centuries. Chapter 34. The city of Uxmal features the Pyramid of the Magician, built with curved walls uncommon in ancient architecture. Archaeologists study alignment with celestial events to understand Maya astronomy. Water management systems preserved during droughts show engineering intelligence. Murals and carvings reveal culture and belief systems. Uxmal highlights the blend of observation, architecture, and ritual, proving lost cities were both practical and symbolic centers of knowledge. Chapter 35. The ruins of Palenque in Mexico show intricate Mayan architecture and inscriptions. Scientists analyze hieroglyphics to reconstruct history, rituals, and astronomy. Aqueducts and drainage systems reveal advanced engineering. Temples and tombs demonstrate social hierarchy and religious life. Paling's urban planning reflects a deep understanding of both environment and culture, blending science, belief, and artistry into a city that still captivates researchers today. Chapter 36. The ancient city of Jericho, one of the oldest in the world, had walls over 8 meters high. Archaeologists study stone foundations and layers of destruction to understand warfare and survival strategies. Evidence of early agriculture shows crop management and irrigation. Jericho illustrates how early cities combined defensive architecture, urban planning, and scientific knowledge to create sustainable settlements in challenging landscapes. Chapter 37. The city of Akrotiri on Santorini was preserved under volcanic ash. Frescoes, pottery, and multi-story buildings reveal a thriving Minoan society. Scientists study volcanic ash layers to date events and understand eruption impacts. Sophisticated drainage and urban planning show engineering skill. Akrotiri demonstrates how disaster can freeze culture in time, offering modern science insight into ancient societies, daily life, and resilience. Chapter 38. The city of Petra's monastery, carved into cliffs, highlights advanced stonework and water storage. Archaeologists study aqueducts and cisterns to understand desert survival. Trade artifacts indicate a network spanning the Middle East. Petra's planning and artistic expression reveal ingenuity in harsh environments. The city exemplifies how lost cities merged engineering, culture, and survival knowledge into enduring, inspiring architecture. Chapter 39. The city of Carchemish on the Euphrates River was a strategic Hittite and later Assyrian city. Excavations reveal fortifications, temples, and workshops. Archaeologists study inscriptions and ceramics to reconstruct history and trade. Water management and urban layout reflect engineering intelligence. Carchemish demonstrates how ancient cities combined military strategy, practical engineering, and cultural achievements to influence surrounding regions for centuries. Chapter 40. The city of Ani in modern Turkey, known as the City of 1001 Churches, was a medieval Armenian hub. Archaeologists study its walls, churches, and aqueducts to understand urban planning and water supply. Stonework and structural techniques reveal resilience against earthquakes. Ani shows how religion, architecture, and engineering coexisted, creating a vibrant cultural center that endured environmental and human challenges over centuries. Chapter 41. The city of Hattusa, capital of the Hittite Empire, had massive gates and fortified walls. Archaeologists study cuneiform tablets for laws, diplomacy, and astronomy. Streets and temples reveal advanced urban planning. Stone foundations demonstrate knowledge of seismic resistance. Hattusa illustrates how ancient cities combined military strategy, administration, and scientific observation, making it both a cultural and intellectual center. Chapter 42. The city of Lothal in the Indus Valley featured a dockyard connecting to ancient trade routes. Archaeologists study brick-lined channels and granaries to understand commerce and urban planning. Evidence of bead-making workshops shows craftsmanship and trade skills. Lothal demonstrates how ancient civilizations balanced economy, engineering, and culture to create thriving urban centers in strategically important locations. Chapter 43. The city of Timgad in Algeria was a Roman colonial town designed on a grid. Streets, forums, and baths demonstrate advanced urban planning. Archaeologists study inscriptions and mosaics to learn daily life, trade, and social structures. Drainage systems reflect practical engineering. Timgad shows how Roman cities combined science, culture, and practicality to organize large populations efficiently. Chapter 44. The city of Babylon's Ishtar Gate was decorated with glazed bricks and animal reliefs. Archaeologists study these designs to understand symbolic meaning, art, and engineering. Waterways and walls reflect urban planning and defensive strategy. Babylon's layout demonstrates how aesthetic expression, engineering, and societal order coexisted in one of the most famous lost cities. Chapter 45. The city of Mohenjo-Daro's granaries reveal advanced knowledge of food storage and urban management. Archaeologists analyze ventilation, brick patterns, and sewage systems to understand city planning. Evidence suggests centralized governance and social organization. Mohenjo-Daro highlights how lost cities integrated engineering, science, and administration to sustain large populations effectively. Chapter 46. The city of Troy's multiple layers show repeated rebuilding over centuries. Archaeologists use stratigraphy and carbon dating to track destruction and construction. Defensive walls and gates reveal strategic planning. Pottery and artifacts provide insight into trade and daily life. Troy demonstrates the combination of mythology, history, and science, keeping the story of this legendary city alive for modern exploration. Chapter 47. The city of Knidos in Turkey was known for its harbor and lighthouse. Archaeologists study port structures, inscriptions, and statues to understand trade, navigation, and culture. Engineering solutions for tidal challenges show ancient innovation. Knidos illustrates how lost cities were strategically designed to support commerce, art, and technology, making them important hubs in the ancient Mediterranean world. Chapter 48. The city of Angkor's Bayon Temple features massive stone faces and intricate bas-reliefs. Archaeologists study carvings and urban layout to understand religion, politics, and astronomy. Reservoirs and canals reveal advanced water management. Bayon shows how architecture, observation of celestial events, and engineering combine to create symbolic and functional urban spaces in Khmer civilization. Chapter 49. The city of Palmyra in Syria was a trading hub connecting Roman and Persian empires. Archaeologists study colonnaded streets, temples, and theaters to reconstruct commerce and culture. Water channels and storage systems reveal advanced engineering. Palmyra demonstrates how lost cities balanced economy, religion, and technology to flourish in desert conditions, leaving a rich archaeological record. Chapter 50. The city of Persepolis, a Padana hall, had massive columns and reliefs showing delegations bringing gifts. Archaeologists study inscriptions and stonework to understand political organization and culture. Engineering knowledge ensured structural stability. Persepolis exemplifies how ancient cities combined ceremonial grandeur, scientific understanding, and administration to impress both citizens and visitors, leaving a legacy of art and engineering mastery. Chapter 51. The city of Uxmal's nunnery quadrangle shows precise alignment with cardinal points. Archaeologists study stone carvings and water channels to understand architecture and ritual. Puch-style masonry demonstrates advanced construction techniques. Evidence of reservoirs reveals understanding of rainfall and irrigation. Uxmal highlights how lost cities combined astronomical observation, engineering, and culture into functional, symbolic, and sustainable urban designs. Chapter 52. The city of Cairo had pyramids, plazas, and ceremonial structures over 5,000 years ago. Scientists analyze carbon samples and irrigation systems to understand agriculture and planning. Evidence of trade artifacts indicates long-distance connections. Cairo shows how early cities integrated architecture, social organization, and practical engineering to sustain large populations without written records, demonstrating the ingenuity of ancient civilizations. Chapter 53. The city of Teotihuacan's Avenue of the Dead was lined with temples, palaces, and platforms. Archaeologists study orientation and construction to understand astronomy and social hierarchy. Water management systems demonstrate hydraulic knowledge. Murals depict daily life and religious practices. Teotihuacan proves how urban planning, engineering, and culture were intricately linked to create one of the largest ancient cities in the Americas. Chapter 54. The city of Machu Picchu's terraces prevented landslides and conserved water efficiently. Scientists study soil and irrigation to understand agriculture on steep terrain. Stonework shows earthquake-resistant engineering. Archaeologists also examine religious and ceremonial structures to reconstruct Inca social and spiritual life. Machu Picchu demonstrates how lost cities adapted to extreme landscapes with ingenuity, blending science, architecture, and culture. Chapter 55. The city of Petra's treasury is carved from sandstone cliffs with remarkable precision. Archaeologists analyze water channels, cisterns, and facades to understand desert engineering. Trade artifacts reveal connections across the Middle East. Petra shows how architecture, resource management, and culture combine to sustain a city in an arid environment, creating enduring historical and scientific interest. Chapter 56. The city of Angkor Wat aligns with solstices, showing astronomical knowledge. Archaeologists study bas-reliefs, reservoirs, and moats to understand water management and culture. Temple construction reflects advanced engineering and social organization. Angkor Wat illustrates how lost cities integrated spirituality, observation, and urban planning to create sustainable and monumental complexes that inspire science and art today. Chapter 57. The city of Mohenjo-Daro's streets were laid out in a grid, with houses featuring bathrooms and drainage. Scientists study brick composition and sewage to understand sanitation technology. Granaries indicate planned agriculture. Mohenjo-daro demonstrates early urban organization, showing how engineering, planning, and social management combined to support one of the world's first large cities. Chapter 58. The city of Tikal's temples align with celestial events, revealing Maya astronomy. Archaeologists analyze plazas, reservoirs, and hieroglyphics to reconstruct society. Terraces and stonework prevent erosion and manage water. Tikal illustrates how ancient cities combined science, ritual, and urban planning to create a thriving civilization in challenging jungle environments. Chapter 59. The city of Pompeii's Forum was a center for trade, politics, and social life. Archaeologists study inscriptions, shops, and public buildings to understand Roman urban planning. Volcanic ash preserved organic material, offering insights into diet and daily life. Pompeii demonstrates how cities balanced commerce, infrastructure, and disaster resilience centuries before modern science. Chapter 60. The city of Cahokia featured massive earthen mounds serving as ceremonial and political centers. Soil analysis and pollen studies reveal advanced agriculture. Archaeologists study artifacts to reconstruct trade and social hierarchy. Cahokia demonstrates how lost cities in North America integrated environmental knowledge, urban planning, and societal organization to sustain large populations successfully. Chapter 61. The city of Nineveh, capital of Assyria, contained one of the world's first libraries. Clay tablets reveal astronomy, medicine, and laws. Archaeologists study city walls, gates, and canals to understand engineering and urban planning. Nineveh demonstrates how knowledge, infrastructure, and governance coexisted, making it an intellectual and architectural hub of the ancient Near East. Chapter 62. The city of Ubar, Atlantis of the sands, disappeared under shifting desert sands. Satellite imaging and excavations reveal trade routes for frankincense. Scientists analyze erosion patterns and ancient climate data to understand its collapse. Ubar shows how environmental change can erase entire civilizations, turning myths into scientific puzzles. Chapter 63. The city of Akrotiri on Santorini preserved frescoes, pottery, and multi-story houses under volcanic ash. Scientists study ash layers to date the eruption and understand Minoan society. Sophisticated drainage and urban planning reveal engineering skill. Akrotiri demonstrates how natural disasters can freeze culture in time, providing insight into ancient urban life. Chapter 64. The city of Palenque in Mexico features temples, aqueducts, and inscriptions. Archaeologists decode hieroglyphics to understand rituals, politics, and astronomy. Water management systems show engineering knowledge. Palenque proves lost cities integrated science, religion, and architecture to create vibrant, functional urban centers. Chapter 65. The city of Persepolis, a Padana hall, had colossal columns with reliefs showing gift-bearing delegations. Archaeologists study inscriptions and construction techniques to understand governance, ceremony, and structural engineering. Persepolis exemplifies how ceremonial grandeur, practical science, and administration combined in ancient urban centers to leave enduring legacies. Chapter 66. The city of Leptis Magna in Libya flourished as a Roman Mediterranean hub. Its harbor, forum, and basilicas reflect advanced planning. Archaeologists analyze mosaics, inscriptions, and construction to understand commerce, architecture, and technology. Leptis Magna demonstrates how coastal cities balanced engineering, trade, and culture to sustain growth. Chapter 67. The city of Cahokia's Monk's Mound was the largest structure in North America for centuries. Soil and pollen analysis reveal agricultural sophistication. Archaeologists study artifacts and settlement patterns to reconstruct social hierarchy. Cahokia shows how ancient North American cities combined engineering, environmental knowledge, and governance to sustain large populations. Chapter 68. The city of Troy's fortifications and gates reveal strategic design. Archaeologists use stratigraphy and carbon dating to track destruction layers and rebuilding. Pottery and tools indicate trade and daily life. Troy demonstrates how mythology, archaeology, and science intersect to reconstruct lost cities' history. Chapter 69. The city of Carchemish on the Euphrates River featured temples, fortifications, and workshops. Archaeologists study inscriptions and ceramics to understand politics, trade, and engineering. Water management systems reveal hydraulic knowledge. Carchemish demonstrates how urban planning, technology, and culture intertwined in ancient strategic centers. Chapter 70. The city of Ani, city of 1,001 churches, had fortified walls, aqueducts, and religious architecture. Archaeologists study seismic-resistant stonework to understand urban resilience. Water supply systems reflect engineering knowledge. Ani demonstrates how religion, architecture, and technology coexisted, creating vibrant cultural hubs capable of enduring environmental and social challenges. Chapter 71. The city of Knossos on Crete had complex palace layouts with multi-story rooms and advanced plumbing. Archaeologists study frescoes and artifacts to understand Minoan culture, trade, and religion. Drainage systems reveal engineering expertise. Knossos demonstrates how ancient urban planning, art, and technology combine to create vibrant centers of civilization long before classical Greece. Chapter 72. The city of Machu Picchu's Intihuatana stone aligns with the sun during solstices. Archaeologists study terraces, aqueducts, and temples to understand Inca astronomy, agriculture, and engineering. Its precision stonework shows earthquake-resistant construction. Machu Picchu illustrates how lost cities adapted to harsh environments using science, architecture, and culture in perfect harmony. Chapter 73. The city of Petra's Roman-style theater could host thousands. Archaeologists study its construction, water management, and trade artifacts. Advanced drainage and cisterns reveal desert engineering. Petra demonstrates how architecture, sustainability, and urban planning merge to create thriving cities in challenging landscapes, inspiring generations of explorers and scientists. Chapter 74. The city of Angkor Thom was surrounded by moats and walls regulating water and transport. Archaeologists study sediment and bas-reliefs to understand culture, religion, and hydrology. Bayon temples' carved faces show artistry combined with astronomical observation. Angkor Thom illustrates how lost cities integrated science, religion, and urban design to sustain large populations. Chapter 75. The city of Mohenjo-Daro's Great Bath indicates ritual and hygiene importance. Archaeologists study waterproof bricks, drainage, and granaries to understand urban planning. Evidence of centralized governance suggests organized societies. Mohenjo-Daro shows how lost cities merged social, religious, and engineering knowledge to create early urban civilization. Chapter 76. The city of Cahokia's Woodhenge circles aligned with solstices and equinoxes. Archaeologists study soil layers and artifacts to reconstruct ceremonial life. Mounds indicate social hierarchy and political control. Cahokia demonstrates how environmental observation, engineering, and culture combine to create North America's largest ancient urban centers. Chapter 77. The city of Nineveh's aqueducts and walls reveal advanced engineering. Clay tablets document astronomy, medicine, and administration. Archaeologists study ruins to understand social organization and urban planning. Nineveh demonstrates that ancient cities were not only architectural marvels, but also centers of scientific and administrative innovation. Chapter 78. The city of Troy's multiple settlements over millennia show resilience and adaptation. Archaeologists use stratigraphy and carbon dating to reconstruct destruction events. Defensive walls and gates reveal strategic engineering. Troy demonstrates how mythology, history, and science intersect to preserve the memory of lost cities. Chapter 79. The city of Persepolis, terraces, palaces, and reliefs illustrate ceremonial grandeur and administrative order. Archaeologists study inscriptions, stonework, and drainage to understand engineering and governance. Persepolis shows how lost cities combined art, science, and social organization to impress both citizens and visitors, leaving a legacy lasting thousands of years. Chapter 80. The city of Palenque's Temple of the Inscriptions contains tombs and hieroglyphics detailing Mayan history. Archaeologists study architecture, water management, and inscriptions to understand society and engineering. Palenque demonstrates how lost cities integrated astronomy, architecture, and culture to create sustainable, ceremonial, and functional urban spaces. Chapter 81. The city of Leptis Magna's amphitheater could hold thousands for public events. Archaeologists study mosaics, inscriptions, and port structures to understand commerce, architecture, and urban planning. Advanced construction techniques show Roman engineering mastery. Leptis Magna demonstrates how lost cities combined art, technology, and trade to sustain vibrant coastal civilizations. Chapter 82. The city of Angkor Wat's central tower aligns with the sun during solstices. Archaeologists analyze bas-reliefs, reservoirs, and moats to understand water management and culture. Temple construction reflects engineering skill and social organization. Angkor Wat demonstrates how lost cities integrated observation, architecture, and spirituality to create monumental, sustainable complexes. Chapter 83. The city of Mohenjo-Daro's streets, drains, and granaries reveal urban planning centuries ahead of its time. Scientists study brickwork and sewage systems to understand sanitation technology. Archaeologists uncover evidence of centralized governance. Mohenjo-Daro highlights how engineering, organization, and urban life combine to create one of history's earliest large cities. Chapter 84. The city of Tikal's pyramids and plazas were aligned with celestial events. Archaeologists study reservoirs, stone terraces, and hieroglyphics to reconstruct culture and engineering. Water management systems show advanced understanding of hydraulics. Tikal illustrates how lost cities combined astronomy, architecture, and social planning to sustain large jungle populations. Chapter 85. The city of Petra's royal tombs demonstrate precise stone carving and architectural planning. Archaeologists analyze water systems, cisterns, and trade artifacts to understand desert survival. Petra shows how engineering, urban planning, and culture combine to create enduring cities in arid regions. Chapter 86. The city of Carol's ceremonial plazas and pyramids reflect social hierarchy and organization. Archaeologists analyze irrigation, construction, and trade artifacts to reconstruct life in this 5,000-year-old city. Carol shows how early cities integrated engineering, governance, and culture to sustain large populations without written records. Chapter 87. The city of Knossos had advanced drainage systems, multi-story buildings, and elaborate frescoes. Archaeologists study workshops and storage rooms to understand trade, religion, and daily life. Knossos illustrates how ancient urban planning, art, and engineering were combined to create sustainable, culturally rich civilizations. Chapter 88. The city of Machu Picchu's terraces conserve soil and water efficiently. Archaeologists study stonework and aqueducts to understand agriculture and earthquake-resistant construction. Temples reveal religious and social practices. Machu Picchu demonstrates how lost cities blended engineering, environment adaptation, and culture in mountainous terrain. Chapter 89. The city of Uxmal's Pyramid of the Magician shows curved walls and Puuc-style architecture. Archaeologists study water management and stonework to understand sustainability and astronomical alignment. Uxmal illustrates how ancient urban design combined observation, engineering, and ceremonial practices to create functional and symbolic spaces. Chapter 90. The city of Ani's fortified walls, churches, and aqueducts demonstrate medieval Armenian urban planning. Archaeologists study stonework and water systems to understand resilience and engineering. Ani shows how religion, architecture, and technology coexisted, creating vibrant cities capable of surviving environmental and human challenges. Chapter 91. The city of Hattus's gates and walls reveal advanced defensive engineering. Archaeologists study cuneiform tablets, streets, and temples to understand governance and urban planning. Evidence of seismic-resistant foundations shows early architectural knowledge. Hadusa demonstrates how lost cities combined military strategy, engineering, and culture to create enduring centers of civilization. Chapter 92. The city of Timgad in Algeria used a perfect grid layout for streets and public spaces. Archaeologists study forums, baths, and inscriptions to understand Roman urban planning and social life. Drainage systems reflect engineering skill. Timgad shows how lost cities combined practicality, aesthetics, and organization to support growing populations efficiently. Chapter 93. The city of Ubar's ruins reveal ancient trade routes across the Arabian desert. Archaeologists and satellite imaging identify settlement remains and water management. Scientists analyze erosion patterns and ancient climate to understand its collapse. Ubar shows how environmental factors, trade, and adaptation shape the rise and fall of lost cities. Chapter 94. The city of Akrotiri's frescoes depict daily life, trade, and religious rituals. Scientists study ash layers to date volcanic eruptions and understand Minoan society. Multi-story buildings and drainage systems indicate advanced engineering. Akrotiri illustrates how natural disasters preserved culture and technology, offering modern insight into ancient urban life. Chapter 95. The city of Palink's Temple of the Cross and Temple of the Sun align with astronomical events. Archaeologists study inscriptions and water management systems to understand Mayan engineering and ritual practices. Palink demonstrates how observation, science, and religion were integrated to create functional and ceremonial urban spaces. Chapter 96. The city of Persepolis, stairways and reliefs depict delegations and ceremonies. Archaeologists study inscriptions and construction techniques to understand administration, engineering, and art. Terraces show advanced planning and drainage systems. Persepolis demonstrates how architecture, science, and social organization combine to impress and sustain a vast empire. Chapter 97. The city of Cahokia's Monk's Mound and Woodhenge circles align with celestial events. Soil analysis reveals advanced agriculture, while artifacts reconstruct social hierarchy. Cahokia demonstrates how environmental observation, urban planning, and ceremonial practices merge to sustain one of North America's largest ancient cities. Chapter 98. The city of Troy's fortifications reveals strategic defensive planning. Archaeologists use stratigraphy and carbon dating to study destruction and rebuilding cycles. Pottery and artifacts show trade and daily life. Troy illustrates how mythology, archaeology, and science combine to reveal the history of lost cities. Chapter 99. The city of Carchemish's temples, fortifications, and workshops show engineering and urban planning. Archaeologists study inscriptions and ceramics to understand governance and trade networks. Water management systems indicate hydraulic knowledge. Carchemish demonstrates how urban design, technology, and culture intertwined in ancient strategic centers. Chapter 100. The city of Ani's churches, aqueducts, and fortified walls reflect medieval Armenian engineering and resilience. Archaeologists study stonework and water supply systems to understand construction and urban planning. Ani demonstrates how religion, architecture, and technology coexisted to create a thriving, enduring city despite environmental and social challenges. From hidden treasures to advanced engineering, these lost cities reveal how human ingenuity shaped civilizations long ago. If you enjoyed exploring their mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this journey through history and discovery.